and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Yeah, my voice is raspy. Okay.
Why? You didn't talk.
It was too loud. Anyway, welcome in. Happy Thursday. This is the happy hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary with you. Rico, what's up?
Hello.
How are we doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. Anything exciting going on?
No, we have a meeting today.
We do have a meeting today.
Our monthly meeting.
Yes, it is right. All right, so a lot of stuff to get to.
Me and my wife might buy a rowing machine.
Yeah, you did say that.
A row machine?
Here's the thing. Do you know how to row?
Yes.
Really? Like a fish, like actually row?
Well, it's not like a.
No, I'm not saying you have oars. I know they have them in the gyms. Yeah. I know. It's not, you don't put your hands here either. They're going to be here.
Some of them have those like that.
No.
This one will be a little bar like that.
Okay.
The ones in Kearney, you could switch the things. There were some like this. There's some like this. There was one that had like two different handles.
Depending on what muscle groups you wanted to work?
Yeah.
All right. I suppose so. I'll let it slide today, Rico.
You don't have to let it slide. I know what I'm talking about. We're going to buy one of those. We're going to buy some resistance bands. We're going to have a little gym in our basement.
Little basement gym.
I'm going to be jacked.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
Okay. 402-464-5685. Honda Lincoln Hotline. Starter Heyman text line, both those open for you guys. You can join us on the video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all those good places as well. We are watching an intriguing Pittsburgh Pirates versus Cincinnati Reds baseball game on MLB TV, because I made the realization today, Rico, that I bought the year of MLB TV
and you haven't used it,
and I have not used it. But every single time the major league season comes around, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch. Every night I'm going to watch Major League Baseball.
So speaking of Major League TV and the
yep.
those professional sports like television packages, 2K announced their cover athletes.
I did see that.
Devin Booker, Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi.
I did see that.
And Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan with like a celebratory one, right?
So yeah, because it's
2023.
So I was like, okay, well, Kobe better be next year if you're going to do that, even though he just got the cover. But whatever. This is Michael Jordan's fourth cover.
Didn't he get the cover in like 2K12?
Who?
Kobe.
I don't know, maybe. But I know this
I want to see if I got this right.
This is Michael Jordan's fourth cover.
2K12 cover.
I think that might have been Michael. I think
Michael was Magic.
Magic, okay. No, it was Magic, Bird, and Michael.
Yeah, you're right.
So Michael had that one. He had 16.
2K13 was the trio of Derrick Rose,
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Derrick Rose, Kevin Durant, and Blake Griffin.
Oh, that was Steph Curry.
No. 2K14 was Miami Heat, LeBron James. 2K15 was Kevin Durant. 2K16.
Michael Jordan.
That was Steph Curry. That was the trio of Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, and James Harden.
Okay. Yeah, that was a weird trio.
Yeah, in a New Orleans Pelicans uniform and
the Houston Rockets, right?
Yeah, Houston Rockets. Yep. 2K17 was Paul George Pacers. Wow. Paul George Pacers. 2K18? Do you have any idea?
Michael Jordan.
No. Kyrie Irving.
Oh, yeah.
Boston Celtics.
Kyrie, yep.
2K19 was Giannis. 2020, Anthony Davis, LA. 21, Damian Lillard.
Some of these had multiple covers because that one was Damian Lillard and Zion.
That one was also Kobe.
Yep.
It had the 24 Kobe as well. The Mamba edition. And then 2022 obviously was Luka.
Luka and Dirk, Kareem, somebody else. Like there's multiple covers.
There's multiple
this
covers.
one is Devin Booker is on two of the covers because there's like a special edition one with him. Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird is on one, and then two Michael Jordan ones. And I was saying with the TV packages, if you get the championship edition, which is I believe the $100 edition of 2K, You get 12 months of NBA League Pass.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on.
I mean, I'm getting it. Like, I was going to get
that's
it
how
anyway,
you have
because
to.
there's a bunch of other stuff that's included for in-game stuff.
Yeah, you probably get like VC.
Yeah, but I'm just like, 12 months of NBA League Pass? That means I
you
I
serious?
can watch the Knicks whenever? Yes, please.
NBA League Pass is actually pretty expensive.
Yeah, or maybe it was like NBA League Pass for a cheaper price, but it had 12-month NBA League Pass something on there with the purchase of
NBA 2K with League Pass. 2K23. There you go. That'll be what we do. $150 championship edition includes a year of NBA League Pass.
Ooh, they upped it by $50.
Okay.
It's probably the NBA League Pass.
It's just probably the NBA League Pass. Okay, so here's a question. So usually video games, new ones will cost about $60.
Now with the next gen.
Yeah.
Yep.
So $60. So take out 60
well, no,
times.
it's 70. The with the next gen, it's 70 now. $69.99.
Okay, $69.99. So 150 minus $69.99 leaves $80 and a cent. So about $80. League Pass costs $15 a month. So if you're getting that
15
divided
times
by
12.
Divided by 15, you're getting League Pass for $5 a month instead of 15. So you're saving $120. Maybe.
Pretty good.
I don't know. Anyway,
I might do
so
that.
get the Michael Jordan edition.
But the problem is I want the Suber Diana Taurasi cover.
Okay.
But I want everything that comes with the Michael
You're
Jordan
not going to get that.
And there's no way to do it.
There's no way Rachel's going to let you buy two.
I'm not going to buy two. Like that's not going to happen.
That's
like,
good.
I wouldn't do that. But
That'd
I want to get the
self-restraint
Suber
there.
Diana Taurasi cover.
Okay. Well, so WNBA part is going to be
I'm going to see if
available in just the standard edition, though, right? With Devin Booker on the cover.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I could convince, I'm going to get the physical copy because that's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can convince them to like give me one of the boxes.
No way. There's no way they're going to do that.
Sometimes they have extra boxes. I just want the cover.
Oh, here we go. See, Angry Rams guy. League Pass ran me about 120 a single team, I believe, last year. Woo. See, so it was major MLB TV. It was like 99, I think, for the whole year for all teams.
Yeah, see, I don't want to do that because I'd end up doing what you did and not using it.
There is some luxury to it, I think. And I had the rants right when Major League Baseball or when MLB TV came on.
My wife is listening.
I'm sure. But I had the rant where it was like, oh yeah, I can watch the Cubs whenever. Which, speaking of, the Cubs are on a tear. Watch out. The Cubs are on a tear right now. They are 34-48. They are on a tear. They've won 5 of their last 6 series. They just beat the Milwaukee Brewers twice. Okay.
Seiya Suzuki had an inside the park home run.
They are on a tear. The Cubs might act. The over is looking possible. It's going to be, we're going to have to track
What are they at?
34. And the over was 72.5.
Did you know Aaron Judge almost has as many home runs as the Cubs have wins?
That is true. Oh, nice home run there by Castillo. Anyway,
good for him.
The Cubs. They're fourth in the NL Central. Okay, it's a good division this year. Maybe not good. That's the Cardinals are good and the Brewers are good.
The AL East is good,
of course. They always are, but.
Once again, but it's like really good. Like the Orioles are like not terrible. They're not good. They're not terrible.
I did see. I mean, the Adley Rutschman jersey is still this discounted price, so I have time to get the discounted Adley Rutschman jersey. I just need to figure out if I want white or black Orioles.
You ready
jersey.
for these standings?
Sure.
For the AL East, the Yankees, best team in baseball, 59-23.
Okay.
The Rays are 45-37. The Red Sox are 45-37. The Blue Jays are 45-38, and the Orioles, the lowly Orioles, 39-44.
Gee whiz, they're not bad.
The AL East is stacked.
Not bad. Baltimore. Eric says this on the text line. Once again, you can chime in 402-464-5685. Rico, the Oriole of the ticket.
I don't know what that means.
Ouch.
I'm not bad, but I'm not terrible, but I'm not great.
Jory says this, Nick, I have a discounted website for legit stitched jerseys of any sport where they are liquidating them. I've ordered several for $50 or less. Is it DHgate? Like DHgate, that's where I bought my Javier Baez one.
Send us the link.
Yeah. I think Jory, send it either on Twitter or over on the text line.
Because I don't believe you.
Because like DHgate is like the European place where they're making them overseas, and then it takes like a month and a half to get in. But I bought like my Javier Baez one for $12.
They're legit jerseys.
They look good. Like they look fine. Well, maybe sometimes
they don't look fine.
They don't look always. They don't always look good. But they get the job done. Especially if you're in college.
It fools enough people.
Exactly. It doesn't fool DP. I walked in with my Javier Baez jersey on one day.
He knew.
And he's like, so where'd you get that fake jersey from? And he's like, I need to get you a real one. And sure, lo and behold, a couple weeks later, Ernie Banks right there for me.
Boom.
I said, thank you, DP. But once again, 402-464-5685. Plenty of stuff to talk about. Wow. He got a Pete Rose jersey recently for $35.99, and it's legit. Okay. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
He should be.
Also add that on there. 402-464-5685. You can always hit me and Rico up on Twitter, Nick_Sainer at Radio Rico AC. Chase B asked this: is there any of you going to pay attention to the NHL draft tonight? There's one Lincoln Stars player, Brian Whitehead, who was one of the goalies this year, that is in it. We are going to be paying attention to it. Are you going to pay attention to it?
Is it on TV? Or do I just have to follow?
Probably just follow on social media.
Who do I follow?
It's probably like on the NHL Network or
Chase B. Who do I follow on the social medias to be updated on?
ESPN.
Is it on ESPN?
It says ESPN.
What time? Is it during our meeting?
7 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be during our meeting.
During our meeting. Cool.
Unless we'll be able to watch it tomorrow at 10 a.m. If he doesn't get drafted in the first round, it's just first round tonight.
I don't think he's going to get drafted.
Okay, so then we'll be able to watch it tomorrow. It starts at 10 a.m. on ESPN Plus, and thankfully, I spend the $4.99 a month to get ESPN.
Although
Plus.
the kid from Lincoln might get drafted in the first round. DP
Dang.
said he's anywhere from 20 to like 28 or something, and the last mock draft that I looked at had him going 24th to Minnesota.
Where are the mock drafts on here? Mock 2022. Here we go. This is exactly what we needed. All right, so you said about Minnesota.
Minnesota about 24th.
24th.
Could be different mock, in the other mock
drafts. Yeah, I got you. Nope. Do you remember his name by chance?
Rutger something. I don't remember his last name. I feel bad.
Here he goes. Gotcha. This one, as of this morning on NHL.com, has him going 30th to one guy has him going 30th to the Winnipeg Jets. The other guy has him going not in the first round.
Boo. Would be really cool if he went to Minnesota. Stay close to Lincoln.
Oh, just kidding. The other guy has him going all the way up at 17th.
Oh, my goodness.
To the Nashville Predators.
Ooh.
Says this, a versatile player with great leadership skills. McGroarty, 6'1", 204, thinks the game at a high level, will shoot the puck and competes all over the ice. He led the NTDP with 35 goals this season and will play at the University of Michigan next year. Wow. How about that? All right, shout out to Rucker. A lot of stuff to get to, though, today. 402-464-5685. Numbers for Ireland have been released. Ticket numbers, ticket sales.
Some people are upset.
So this is the email that we got today. Nebraska is approaching 9,000 tickets sold at this point and are hopeful that 10,000 Nebraska fans will be traveling to Ireland.
That's great. Game
day attendance. They remain confident that the stadium will be near 75% full with an American football capacity of 47,500. Here is Nebraska's itinerary. Oh, cool. They got the itinerary here. I haven't looked at this email yet.
Nice.
Nebraska itinerary. Arrive Tuesday morning and return flight following game. Team dinner at the Irish Immigration Museum. Team dinner at Taylor's 3 Rock. And then they visit the Kilmahan Gall. No clue what that is. However, around 30,000 tickets have been sold overall. Near 9,000 coming from Nebraska fans. Northwestern has a little over 3,000 tickets sold.
See, that's not Northwestern's,
but let's talk about this because me, Bach, Mark, a little bit of you, Rico. We were talking about how we should feel about the 9,000 tickets sold. Now,
I'm on an island.
You're on an island because in the grand scheme of things, you think back and you're like, all right, this thing's been planned for a couple years. You had to reschedule it. Now it's like, it's Nebraska versus Northwestern. You're coming in off of a 3-9 season. I I personally feel like just some of the excitement around this game being in Ireland is gone.
I mean, maybe, but at the same time, 9,000. Look, that's 9,000 people that you know for sure will be rooting for Nebraska going to
That's
Ireland.
true.
That's
true.
That is a lot of people.
Was it ever a question that no more Nebraska fans were going to travel?
No, but you guys are saying 9,000 like it's a bad thing. Like
No.
9,000 is a lot.
No. See, this is where I feel like the luster has come off, rubbed off, because
I don't know if it's the luster or if it's the fact that it was supposed to happen during the COVID year or the year after, and it couldn't happen because you couldn't travel during COVID, and people, people struggled during that. People didn't have, don't have the same amount of money that they had, before that or during that. So, I mean, maybe at one point you thought, maybe it's not a good idea to spend this much money to go to Ireland to watch Nebraska play when I can just stay here, watch it on TV, and then go to a home game later on for a cheaper price because I don't have to buy a hotel or buy a flight.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's the luster of Ireland. I think that's just the people realizing that, their money is more precious to them than they thought before. At some point, no, I'm just saying, at some point
20,000 going.
Well, at some point during the whole COVID outbreak, and when people were losing their jobs and people were losing their businesses, like, people probably thought, you know what, maybe I shouldn't spend however much money it's going to cost to fly to Ireland, get a hotel, and watch Nebraska play.
But they that's what I'm saying, is I know it's expensive, and they offered packages. They offered multiple levels of packages to specific teams and their fans to make it more affordable. Now, I understand it's still expensive. Heck, that's the reason I'm not going, is because it's expensive. But there's a lot of people, like, think about this. You cannot deny that there are people here after Nebraska's 3-9 season last year that are saying, listen, do we really want to spend the money to go watch Nebraska Northwestern? Because what if they lose?
I mean, there is
we got to drive. Then we got to fly back on a flight from Ireland to wherever the connecting flight is, with the horrible taste of in our mouth again that Nebraska's 0-1. Like, there's the worry there. Like, the excitement for Ireland, if it was, like Christian and Lincoln asks, was there ever a ton of excitement for going to play in Ireland? I think there was right when it came out, but then you had to reschedule it. And at first it was Nebraska, Illinois, which you can argue, is that really much more exciting than Nebraska Northwestern? I don't know. But now it's like you're sitting here and you're like, Nebraska Northwestern? Like, is that really exciting? You really want to go? More people are going to say that so they can explore Ireland than going for the game.
Last year's debacle against Illinois is probably what turned most people off of going to Ireland this year, because that made you believe that there's a chance that Nebraska starts off the season 0. If they would have beaten Illinois last year, even if they still finished the season, 3 or 4 and 8, 3 and 9, if they would have beaten Illinois last year, more people would be going to this game. But you think you lost to Illinois. That's
true.
That's the thing that is keeping, because you destroyed Northwestern last year. But it's the fact of the matter that you lost your very first game of the season to a team that you should not have lost to, with a first-year head coach. I don't care how experienced he is. He's a first-year head coach at that school. That's what rubbed people the wrong way, and that's probably why there haven't been more tickets sold. Because all of the hype and all of the excitement from the offseason with the new coaches and the new players, I mean, you've seen it on social media. People are excited. People are extremely hyped for this season, as they have been for every other season, but it feels a little bit different this year from some of the fans. It feels different for some of them with everything that's been changing around the program and some of the things you've been hearing coming out of the program. But it all goes back to that first game last season. There's a chance. And at least last year was in Champaign. This year, you're going to have to, like you said, fly back from Ireland with that taste of losing to Northwestern.
I just also feel like if Nebraska, if they were playing a better opponent, like if it was a Nebraska-Michigan game, there'd be a lot more eyes on it, I believe. Yeah. I truly do. Like, because you're going and you're like, you look at the preseason totals. Now, obviously, those don't mean anything, but you look at the preseason win totals that we're actually going to talk about in the next segment a little bit. And Nebraska's win total is 7.5. And you feel pretty good about taking the over, possibly, depending on what side you are on. And you look at then Northwestern's, and it's 3.5. And you're like, I'm going to go spend a couple $1,000s to watch projected a 7-win football team play a 3-win football team. Really? And Mark was saying something very interesting. and you can't argue with this. If you go to Ireland and you spend the money to go to Ireland, do you really want to go watch a Nebraska Northwestern football game?
You're not going just for the weekend.
That's exactly my point. Is so these packages or whatever, they help out with the Husker part of it. You get to stay at the hotel, you get to be a part of the pep rallies, all that. But do you get to explore Ireland, which is probably 75% of the people that are going so that they, like Tom, our former coworker, Tom, he literally says, we're going, but we're going to spend a week there. We're going to spend a week and a half there.
I think Jake's
doing the same thing.
Yeah.
The highlight of the trip is not going to be the Nebraska Northwestern game. And maybe it was never going to be, but you would have a better chance, I think, of getting more tickets sold if it was a more intriguing matchup.
But the problem with that is you're not going to convince a Michigan or a Wisconsin or an Ohio State to give up a home game. And Nebraska's definitely not giving up a home game.
Yeah, so I just wonder.
With Northwestern, they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's not like our fans show up to our home games anyways.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about it is like 3,000 Northwestern fans. I bet they're like, hey, yeah, we got 3,000 people here.
That's more than we get at home games.
But more Husker fans. I wonder if more Husker fans would go to Evanston, Illinois for the weekend.
Yes.
Than Ireland.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
I just feel like some of the luster has unfortunately rubbed off. Yeah, like my guy says this. I forgot who my guy was.
People are not going to Ireland to just watch a football game. These people are going to experience Ireland and watch a football game.
Yeah.
Like you're an idiot if that's what you're going to Ireland for.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. So I just wonder how many people, if you are going, let us know. 402-464-5685. Let us know. Are you genuinely excited, or is there a little bit of worry in your head that Nebraska might not be able to get the job done? Now, I honestly don't know. Like, I feel confident in Nebraska's opportunity or chances to beat Northwestern, but I like Byron's point. Here we go. I like Byron's point. Should be in Vegas or something. If it was in Vegas or something, I'd be more intrigued. If Nebraska played in Vegas, heck yeah, I'm going to Vegas.
Nebraska's not getting a neutral site game in Vegas until they play somebody big in a neutral site game.
It's going to have to, which comes with wins, comes after wins.
Oh yeah,
Nebraska's going to have to.
You're not getting a conference game.
Think back
Las
to like
Vegas.
Alabama and Michigan played in the non-conference in one of the neutral site games, or back to like the Chick-fil-A kickoffs.
Yep,
it was always the big teams because they
like
want
Ohio,
to sell
like
tickets.
that Alabama Texas game could be in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
I think it's in Jerry.
That's why Nebraska needs to get to the Vegas Bowl so that they can play and play in the new stadium, Allegiant Stadium, I think is what it's called.
The spaceship.
And every Husker fan can go to Vegas and we can just have a giant party in Vegas. I'm in for the weekend, just like 3 days. That's all I need.
I like it.
All right, cool.
We'll all stay at Emmett's house.
Emmett. All right, that'll do it for this first segment. Once again, near 9,000 tickets are sold. They're expecting around 45,000 people for the game, but like I said, between 9 and 10,000 Husker tickets and around 3 and 4,000. So the rest will just be made up of the Irish, the locals in the area, to watch some good old American football.
Yep, the Irelandians, as you called
Irelandians
them earlier.
Yes. Irishmen, Irish women, all that good stuff. The deadline of Monday, July 11th is Monday, July 11th is the deadline to purchase tickets through the Nebraska ticket office. So if you want to get tickets for Nebraska, specifically Monday, July 11th is your deadline. All right, let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about college football odds to win the national championship. How low is Nebraska? And then we'll also look at win totals in the Big Ten. What's Vegas got them at? Vegas Insider. We'll kind of talk about that a little bit. Maybe we'll have some time for USC, UCLA discussion, because there was an article that came out talking about how UCLA needed to join a bigger conference to save their sports. So maybe we'll be able to get to that on the other side. You're listening to the Happy Hour on the Ticket.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Did you know that the U.S. has added over 1,100 new breweries in the last 18 months? Learn more by shopping at Myers Cork and Bottle, 13th and South, and by tuning in to Thirsty Thursdays with Kevin Myers, because sports are better with a drink in your hand and a friend at your side.
Mike Shaver here for Trek CBD. Summer is here, and that means you're having garage parties with neighbors, hitting the golf course and the pool. The drink of this summer isn't your typical seltzer. It's drinkable Delta 8. Yep, Trek CBD has drinkable Delta 8 seltzers with mango and lime flavors for 4-packs, 12-packs, coming in a variety of mango, watermelon, lime, and berry. They also have hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups to put in your beverages, and as always, the excellent Delta 8 gummies. Trek CBD at 84th and Andermatt and TrekCBD.com. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it's been a great start here to the year as 2022 new inventory continues to roll in. Our pre-owned lot remains full, and we are selling at a record pace. I was just down at Koppel talking about a new order for myself, and they let me know I can actually start ordering a 2023 here later this spring. So stop on in to get your new 2022, your pre-owned vehicle, or maybe talk about ordering here for 2023. Check them out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Football season will be here before you know it, and you can get ahead of everyone else with the first annual Evening with the Huskers event at Tavern 180 and Tanner's Bar and Grill. Join 93.7 The Ticket and Husker Online's Sean Callahan for an evening with current Nebraska football players and surprise guests as they preview the season ahead. Enjoy cocktail hour and a delicious Wagyu steak dinner, as well as an open bar for the duration of the event, all for just $199 per person. Click the logo for the event at theticketfm.com to sign up. Don't delay, this will fill up fast. Don't miss your chance to meet and greet with Husker football players at Tanner's Bar and Grill and Tavern 180 in Lincoln at 30th and Yankee Hill. Sign up today at theticketfm.com using the Evening with the Huskers banner. It's an evening with the Huskers to preview the 2022 Nebraska football season at Tavern 180 and Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Presented by Husker Online and 93.7 The Ticket.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Showers and thunderstorms can be expected throughout much of the morning with a flash flood watch in effect as locally heavy rainfall will be possible. Later this afternoon, topping out near 85 with northeast winds at 10. Tonight, partly cloudy, just a slight chance of isolated thunderstorms with a low of 71. And tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
2-1 count, and that's a deep drive into the gap. Smith rounding first base. It's a stand-up double.
Hey, Nick, speaking of doubles, did you know Wings and Rings has 2 ways to enjoy their next-level food? Rico, we're in the middle of a game. The game can wait, Nick. One way is to stop by one of their Lincoln locations. They have 2 great locations at O Street, Meridian Park, and 40th and Old Cheney in Williamsburg Village.
You said 2 ways. What's the other way?
You can order online at wingsandrings.com.
Get a lot of advice about self-care these days, but one of the most important self-care steps we can take is making sure we're financially secure later in life. For small steps you can take to save for retirement, visit WeSaySaveIt.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back here. Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick and Rico with you. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Both those open for you guys the entire show today. Seems like Nathan took a lot of heat yesterday for his Adrian Martinez takes on Twitter.
Good.
It was intense.
Nathan has this undying hatred for Adrian for no reason.
And he thinks he can just buffer it with a, I hope I'm wrong.
Like he says that he wants Nebraska fans to get off their horses of Adrian being good because he was a terrible quarterback. And I'm like, nobody is saying that he was a great quarterback last year. He was a good quarterback his first year. He was not so great his second year. He was decent his third year, and last year he just wasn't good.
Man.
He had he had some solid numbers.
Thomas and Lincoln says I'm with Nate.
That's fine.
Yeah, no. It's and Nate has. I mean, Nate's right on a lot of things when it comes to this stuff. But he just showed up and he's like got all this hatred.
This disdain for Adrian Martinez doesn't make any sense. Like people that have all this hatred in their heart for Adrian after 4 years of giving his all for Nebraska. Granted, it didn't turn out too well. Did he have a turnover problem? Yes.
Absolutely.
But he gave his all for this university. And people are like, I hate you. And I'm like, what is happening? You can dislike, the turnovers, but based on everything that I've heard and everything that I know about Adrian, he is a great dude.
Here's the thing. I just loved it. Nathan just came out with this take that Adrian Martinez was going to get benched by week 7. I was like, what?
That's not going to happen.
He's not going to get benched. No way.
He's starting the entire season for Kansas State, and he's going to be solid.
Jory says this: Adrian, as simply stated, was one of the toughest quarterbacks I've ever seen, though. Thomas Lincoln, Adrian was and still is overrated. So
okay, that's fine. He should not have gotten Heisman hype going into his sophomore year. That should not have happened.
No way.
Granted, if you look at his freshman year, his freshman year was the same as Trevor Lawrence's. Both of them had amazing seasons, and the only reason Adrian didn't get freshman All-American is because Trevor Lawrence did. That's not coming from me. That's coming from ESPN, all those types of college football experts.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to start an Adrian discussion. I'm not, but holy smokes, the text line blows up. I love it. It's always great to see. Tiny Pig says this: I have a feeling we will be. This is before I read Tiny Pig's text. It's always fascinating to see all the different sides that Husker Nation is on this discussion specifically, because it's going to be one of those things where if Nebraska's not doing well in the season, darn well everybody is going to be keeping tabs on Adrian.
Wonder how Kansas State is doing.
Think about it. Wan'Dale Robinson, I remember at every single post-game show, it was the Wan'Dale Robinson and Luke McCaffrey update. And you're crazy.
Every week.
You're crazy to think that we aren't going to have an Adrian Martinez update.
Oh, we are.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make a sounder.
And if it's bad, then it's bad, and we'll celebrate that he's moved on, Nebraska's moved on, and everything like that. But it's going to be truly fascinating. And just to show the two sides that Husker Nation is on, Tiny Pig says this: I have a feeling we will be missing Amart this season. He was asked to do a lot and had no supporting cast or O-line. Then here we go. Jason, massively overrated. I'm excited to see the team without him. Thomas and Lincoln, Adrian will get benched during the Oklahoma game.
John and Cortland, Adrian. Old discussion. Record and stats are his record. Liked him here. Now that he's gone, move on.
No, it's truly interesting to see the different sides and differing opinions on Adrian Martinez specifically. Christian and Lincoln says this: it's tough because I still think he was a reason we were in a lot of games. Brett Bielema said he thought Adrian was the only guy that could have beaten them.
Look, Adrian Martinez was the reason you were in a lot of games. Adrian Martinez was the reason you lost a lot of games.
A lot of games.
Both of those can be true, and both of those are true.
Yeah, absolutely.
He carried this team, and he doomed this team. That just happens.
It did. Now, will that happen at K-State? That's yet to be determined.
No idea.
Yet to be determined. Think about it this way. The Adrian Martinez situation that he's walking into at Kansas State can be talked about in the same situation that Casey Thompson is walking into at Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
Completely. Nebraska is a completely different team with a quarterback not named Adrian Martinez, same way that K-State is a completely different team with a quarterback named Adrian Martinez, right? It's crazy. Bipolar said this: I think everyone was cool until he decided to talk bleep on Nebraska on his podcast to get more attention. Cheeseburger added this: Adrian said it's the best roster he's been a part of. I'm going to laugh when he makes them worse. What's he supposed to say? That's my only thing to that whole thing.
The second part of that, that's just him being extremely supportive of the team that he is now on. And the first part of that, he's just speaking his truth. I have no problem with him saying. I
Rico.
have no problem with
That's
him
tough.
saying what he wants to say. It's his podcast. He was at Nebraska. Guess what, everybody? He knows what happened. You don't.
Jeez,
I don't know.
Rico,
I don't know.
You're intense right now. You're
I'm
passionate
just,
about this.
Like, I don't. The thing is, like, I don't really care if Adrian does well or not. But the fact that everybody wishes him ill will and wishes that he sucks and wishes that he gets benched makes me want him to be that much more successful. It's annoying. Get over it.
But you can't get over it. You can't. Like in reality, you can't. I'm not over it.
Like, he's gonna have a bad game, and everybody's gonna, retweet an interception he throws and be like, "Oh, he did a lot of this at Nebraska. He sucks. Looks like he still sucks."
Get
and
used to it, K-State
yeah,
fans.
and then he's gonna throw like a touchdown, and people be like, "Oh, where was this at Nebraska?" And I'm
That's
just
true.
like, "Come on, man."
That's true. But no, in all honesty, it's just kind of funny to see the both sides of the argument, because we're never going, like, even if he goes out and has a not, I don't want to say a Heisman type year,
Just a solid,
his second team all Big 12. Okay, all Big 12. Like if he has that, it doesn't erase what he did or didn't do right or wrong at Nebraska. Like, he was still a mediocre quarterback at Nebraska that was asked to do a lot, that won us games, but lost a lot of them for us as well. So it doesn't change anything there. Christian Lincoln. Oh, here we go. Christian Lincoln. Do you guys think Adrian could have come back or was forced out? I still think he's more talented than the guys we currently have in the room. Ooh, I honestly don't know.
I think I think Casey Thompson is a better quarterback than Adrian Martinez.
Perfect.
I think Adrian is a better athlete than Casey Thompson.
Oh, good point. I would agree. And here in Nebraska's offense this season, Nebraska needs a passing quarterback.
If Adrian was
they need a passing quarterback.
If Adrian was asked to do less and not throw the ball as much,
I
think this would have been a successful team. If they had better running backs during his time, and they did his freshman, and you saw they had a 1,000-yard rusher, but during that season, he was a freshman coming in off of not playing his senior year, and you could see the inexperience and the him being scared to do certain things, which unfortunately lasted his entire 4 years at Nebraska. But you could see freshman Adrian Martinez was relying more on athleticism than his quarterbacking, and he had amazing athletes around him. Unfortunately, it just didn't come together, and they didn't, win a lot. But if they asked him to do less, if they had better running backs, if they had more talent around him, and he didn't have to throw the ball 30, 40 times a game, I think this team would have been successful.
Here's a question. So Jory says this: Casey Thompson has a stronger arm and passing accuracy. Thompson is an upgrade. First off, before we dive into that, I think I'm not alone in saying this. If you truly think about it, there is some interest or intrigue to what it would look like with Adrian Martinez in Mark Whipple's offense, to see if they'd figure out some way to use him well or better. Now, with that being said, they don't have that time. They don't have time. They don't have luxury of time. They don't have the essence, right? All that good stuff. So here, Jory and all the texters, I'll ask you guys this: 402-464-5685. He says Casey Thompson has a stronger arm and passing accuracy, which I would agree with. Thompson is an upgrade. Is Thompson an upgrade generally, or is he an upgrade in Mark Whipple's offense? Because let's take Mark Whipple out of it and put Matt Lubick in his as the offensive coordinator, and let's take Scott Frost calling the plays. Is Casey Thompson an upgrade?
If you put Casey Thompson with last year's offense, with everything the same as last year, if you just swap Adrian and Casey Thompson.
Now, obviously, we'll never know the answer, but don't forget Casey Thompson had a 5-7 record at Texas, and on paper, statistically, obviously the rushing stats are extremely skewed to Adrian Martinez's favor. But we're always saying that Casey Thompson's such a big upgrade this year. But is that only with the thought that they're going to be throwing the ball a lot? Like in Mark Whipple's offense? Because I don't know the question.
Casey Thompson had two all Big 12 players to hand the ball off to and throw the ball to. Adrian Martinez's weapons, he had Austin Allen. Samori Toure was amazing. He ended up getting drafted. He was a fantastic wide receiver. He was not all Big Ten, though.
So it seems like, okay, so Seattle Joe says this. Yes, he's an upgrade. Adrian made horrible mistakes and horrible times to ruin wins. I'd agree. Cheeseburger, all-around upgrade for a quarterback. Adrian is not a quarterback. He's a running back that can throw the ball. Jory says this. You have to think Thompson came from Sarkisian, who we thought is a QB guru from Bryce Young at Alabama. Why did Thompson digress under Sarkisian? Ted.
He also had an injury to his throwing hand.
Ted says this. College football quarterback success is largely predicated on decision making, which we know this is not part of Ted's text, which we know Adrian was not the sharpest at. More so than athletic ability when it comes to throwing the football. Thompson will be an upgrade simply because of decision making. Yeah, I think it's interesting. So Christian and Lincoln makes a good point, and this is kind of where I'm landing before we take our final timeout. Mm-hmm. I think Adrian is better in Frost's offense compared to Casey. I think Adrian just didn't have a lot of help and had to do it on the fly. The first part, I think Adrian is better in Frost's offense compared to Casey. And that's where maybe we can flip this conversation around and put it to a glass half full kind of narrative and say maybe that's excitement or intriguing for us because that shows that Scott Frost is getting out of the way.
Hopefully.
Exactly. Right? We talk about handpicked quarterbacks. We know Scott Frost handpicked Adrian, and we know that Casey Thompson and Chubba Purdy and William Watson, the recruit for 2023's class, were handpicked by Mark Whipple. We know that. So, with that in mind, once again, can Nebraska's coaching staff, mainly the head coach, kind of step back a little bit and just let the guys do their job? It's going to be interesting.
Trust your coordinators.
I'm intrigued by not only that's also part of it. Like, it's okay to be interested or to have your eyes on Adrian Martinez at Kansas State. It's not like illegal if you want to turn on a Kansas State football game every now and then and watch the Wildcats. Like, it's not illegal because I'm gonna do it. And you know why? It's because Adrian was a polarizing player at Nebraska. He was a huge deal at Nebraska, and people seem to forget that obviously we didn't know what was going to happen in year 3 and year 4, but man, he was the best. He was the perfect athlete, perfect guy on campus, off campus, according to Husker fans year 2.
He was electric.
He was like polarizing is a great descriptive word for that, in my opinion. And we seem to forget that.
Just remember, everybody, just picture this.
Oh gosh, Rico.
Picture this. That first touchdown against Colorado, his freshman year. Everybody was on the edge of their seats. He dove into the end zone after a long run, and everybody thought, yes, this is exactly what we need.
Mm-hmm. OG Les Lancaster says this, am I the only one who forgets that we have Chubba on the roster? No, I don't think so. Do people forget about Logan Smothers as well?
I think more people forget about Logan Smothers than Chubba Purdy.
I think so as well.
Because it seemed we get into that afterwards.
Yeah, let's get into that after the break. We will talk about all these things coming up in a couple minutes on the Happy Hour.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Allo means business. Allo means local business. Allo means big business. Allo means small business. No matter your business, if you need reliable phone and internet connectivity, you need Allo. Local service and same-day dispatch. Free installation. Symmetrical upload and download speeds. If your business relies on communication, rely on Allo. Allo means business. Visit allofiber.com/business.
Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking, Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
You know that feeling after a good, hearty meal? The worries of the world just slip away. Time slows down. Nothing but good times and good company. That's what you get with Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Mary Ellen's does food right, with a menu that includes smoked wings, pulled pork, brisket, catfish. And don't sleep on their sides, shrimp and grits, collard greens, baked beans. It's food that makes your heart happy. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul, just east of 27th and Pineland. Let them fix you a plate.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Showers and thunderstorms can be expected throughout much of the morning with a flash flood watch in effect as locally heavy rainfall will be possible. Later this afternoon, topping out near 85 with northeast winds at 10. Tonight, partly cloudy, just a slight chance of isolated thunderstorms with a low of 71. And tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
In your busy life, very little is free, but your next home might be a bit less than you think with a free appraisal from Security First Bank. Free home appraisals from Security First Bank. We're the bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Offer valid through December 31st, 2022 on secondary market new home purchase loans only. One free appraisal per transaction. Appraisals paid for by lender at closing. Subject to lender qualifications. See lender for details. NMLS number 505011.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
The weather in Nebraska is unpredictable every day, and that's no fun when you're trying to golf. Double Eagle Golf in West Lincoln is now open to let you play in perfect indoor conditions daily. Double Eagle Golf has 5 simulator bays to hit in, by far the most in Lincoln. It has a fully stocked bar with beers and cocktails for you to enjoy while you play. Double Eagle Golf is open each weekday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., so you can start the day there, take a client over lunch, or end the night with friends. Check out Double Eagle Golf today inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
James Enterprise Incorporated, that company that hauls your gravel, rocks, and material for your farm or construction site, says thank you to the people of the healthcare community for putting yourself in the way of danger to save the public. That is what it means to be a hero and to build a beautiful legacy. This message brought to you by James Enterprise Incorporated. For all your hauling of rock, gravel, and materials, call them at 402-432-6740. That's 402-432-6740.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money. But like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to The Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary. Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, back here on the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Rico's out of commission for a second because we were bouncing the basketball in the hallway, and I put a little juice, I put a little spin on it, came right up, hit him where the sun don't shine.
Right.
So he's taking some deep breaths.
Right through the hands.
Yep. Yeah, so you're done.
Quite painful.
Yeah, you seem like you're still in pain. It happened about 3 minutes ago. Still in
My
pain.
legs have like a little tingle.
Ow.
Just
Anyway. 402-464-5685.
I feel like my belly button just hurts right now.
It hurts, yeah. Final couple minutes of the show. Anyway, let's get done with this whole Adrian Martinez stuff, because that was not how it was supposed to be last segment.
No, we were not going to.
But here we
Adrian
go. We
Martinez
started talking about it.
Talk.
Rico, have you looked at win totals for any teams yet? Win total odds.
I know Nebraska's like 7.5.
7.5. Are you taking the over?
No.
Okay. Let me give you a couple more schools.
Okay.
Penn State, 8.5.
Ooh. Oh, that's yeah. I'm gonna take the over. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the over.
Okay, 9 wins.
I'm gonna go 9 wins.
Okay. Texas, 8.5.
Under.
Really?
Under.
You don't like Quinn?
Is Quinn starting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that
Quinn
a
is
thing?
starting. Yes.
Do people
I'm going
forget
over 8.5 for Texas.
Their quarterback last year that had a couple starts because of Casey Thompson's injury is also a 5-star.
Please, Quinn Ewers is starting.
I'm just saying.
You don't drive whatever his car is, the burnt orange leather interior.
Maybe you do.
No, you don't.
Well,
if
maybe
you're not starting,
maybe you're not that good.
Here's one. You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy, pal.
Virginia Tech, 5.5.
Under. Yeah, I said it.
All right, cool. Wisconsin, 8.5.
I think they're going to get to 8. So is it under?
That's under.
Under?
Yep, 8.5. Yep. Purdue, 7.5.
Everybody keeps saying over.
You're going to go
I think
under.
I'm going to go over. I think they're at 8.
You're going to go over?
I think they're at 8.
All right. How about Ohio State, 10.5.
Over.
Okay.
12-0, right? That's the thing.
Yep. Oklahoma, 9.5.
Under.
How many are we thinking?
8.
Let's pull up
8 seems like a solid number.
Oklahoma football schedule. Let's do this right now.
Did you see the preseason all Big 12 teams? One person from Oklahoma made it, and it's a punter or a kicker.
Wow. Okay. Here we go. UTEP, win.
Win.
Kent State,
win.
Nebraska,
loss.
Okay, so that's 2 wins. Versus Kansas State,
loss. Yeah, I said it.
Okay. Oh boy, that will be when Will Howard's the quarterback. TCU,
win.
Okay. Texas at home.
Loss.
Well, not at home. It's in Dallas.
Yeah, loss.
Loss. Kansas.
Win.
Thank
Ooh,
you.
ooh,
Thank you.
ooh.
Thank you. Iowa State.
Win.
Thank you. Baylor.
Loss.
Okay. West Virginia.
Win.
Okay. Oklahoma State.
Loss.
Texas Tech.
Win.
That was 7 wins.
Under.
They're 7-5.
That's gonna look weird.
That would be bad.
At worst, 8 wins because the Kansas State game.
Yeah, not the
You
Oklahoma
never
State
know.
Baylor.
No,
Miami
they're going to lose to Oklahoma State and Baylor.
Miami, Florida. 8.5.
They have a good quarterback, don't they?
Not
He's
yet.
Projected, no. This quarterback is projected a first-round draft pick.
Miami
I'm gonna go
football quarterback.
I'm gonna go over. I think this is Miami's ACC championship.
Tyler
year.
Van Dyke.
Yeah, this is
Who's
their
this guy?
ACC championship year. Win.
Let's figure out who this guy is. Tyler Van Dyke, Miami. He is a 4-star. He was the #1 player out of Connecticut. Perfect.
Connecticut.
Look at that, Tyler. Great job.
Produces nothing but great players.
Remember when? Never forget when Connecticut played Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. Gosh, that was a good time. All right, that'll do it for today. Got about 50 seconds left. Sad news out of Wimbledon. Rafael Nadal has withdrawn from Wimbledon. I know a lot of you don't care about tennis out there, but fill you in on that news. He played against Taylor Fritz in the quarterfinal with a 7mm cut in his abdomen. Tear. Thank you. Tear in his abdomen. And he won against the 11th rated player in the world. So he decided to
that hurts.
withdraw from Wimbledon today. Other than that, the Cubs are on a hot streak.
So are the Yankees. 2 grand slams yesterday.
I did see that.
The Pittsburgh Pirates play-by-play announcers were done with it.
If you chose all the if you bet on all the players that hit a home run yesterday for the Yankees, if you bet $1 on them, you would have won like $1.7 million to hit a home run. We're done for today. Talk to you guys tomorrow. It's Friday. See ya.
Adios.